The average child today spends over 4 hours a day staring at a screen. 4 hours every single day. That is 28 hours a week, over 100 hours a month. And most of that time is not learning, it is not creating, it is not growing, it is scrolling, watching, consuming passively, and as parents, we feel it. That quiet guilt when we hand them the phone just to get 5 minutes of peace. That frustration when screen time becomes a battle every single evening. That nagging feeling that something important is slipping away, one scroll at a time. But what if I told you the answer is not to fight screens? The answer is to replace them with something so genuinely engaging, so mentally alive, so rewarding that your child chooses it on their own. Today we are going to talk about that something, and by the end of this video you will understand exactly why it is the most powerful tool available for your child's development right now. The screen time problem. Let us be real for a moment. Screens are not going anywhere. They are embedded in every part of modern life. School uses them, work uses them, communication uses them. Fighting screens entirely is not just exhausting, it is unrealistic. And blaming parents for screen time is not fair either. Every notification, every autoplay, every algorithm is engineered to create one thing: dependency. The dopamine loop of scrolling is real, it is measurable, and it is deliberately manufactured. So when your child reaches for the phone instead of a book, that is not laziness. But here is what that passive screen time is actually costing them. Studies from leading child development researchers show that excessive passive screen time, the scrolling, the watching, the consuming, is directly linked to reduced attention spans in children. It is linked to lower frustration tolerance, weaker working memory. These are not small side effects, these are foundational skills, the skills that determine how your child learns, how they handle the pressure, how they make decisions, and how they show up in school, in relationships, and eventually in careers. Passive screen time does not build these skills. Today, in the age of artificial intelligence and infinite distraction, it is more relevant and more powerful than it has ever been. It is chess. And here is what makes chess different from almost every other enrichment activity. The skills it builds are not isolated to chess, they transfer directly into academics, into social situations, into life decisions, into everything your child will ever do that requires them to think clearly under pressure. Scientists who study chess players using brain imaging technology found something extraordinary. Chess activates both hemispheres of the brain simultaneously. The left hemisphere responsible for logic, analysis, and sequential thinking. The right hemisphere responsible for creativity, intuition, and pattern recognition. Most activities predominantly uses one side. Chess demands both at the same time, every single move. For a child between the ages of 5 and 15, who is in the most critical period of brain development in their entire life, this bilateral activation is profoundly significant. Passive screen time weakens working memory. Chess training strengthens it. But the benefits of chess are not just cognitive, they are not just about brain scans and test scores. Some of the most important things chess teaches a child cannot be measured in a laboratory. They can only be seen in how a child carries themselves, in how they handle difficulty, in who they are becoming. Chess teaches children how to lose. And I want to say that again because in a generation where we have worked very hard to protect children from failure, this is actually a gift. Chess teaches children how to lose with dignity, how to sit across from someone who beat you, shake their hand and mean it, how to go back to the position where it went wrong and figure out why without blame and without excuses. Why online chess learning works. Now some parents hear chess and think, where do I find a good coach? How do I get my child there? How do I fit into an already packed schedule? These are real concerns, and the answer is that chess learning has completely transformed in the digital age. Online chess learning, when done properly, is not a compromise. It is actually an upgrade in many ways. A child learning chess online with a skilled coach has access to the best teaching tools available: interactive boards, move by move analysis, instant feedback, recorded session they can review, puzzles tailored to their exact level, and the ability to play practice games against students from anywhere in the world, expanding their comparative experience far beyond what any local club would offer. The key word is when done properly, not a YouTube video playing in the background, not an app with no human guidance. Properly means a live coach who knows the child, who tracks their progress, who adapts the teaching to their learning style and their pace, who celebrates their wins and turns their losses into lessons, who makes them genuinely excited to show up every single week. That is what great online chess coaching looks like, and that is exactly what separates a life-changing chess education from just another subscription that gets forgotten after 2 weeks. And this is exactly why our academy exists. Kaabil Kids was built with one vision: not to produce chess players, to produce thinkers, to take children between the ages of 5 and 15 at whatever level they are starting from, and building them a mind that works differently, more patiently, strategically, and confidently, and more independently. Here is what makes Kaabil Kids different from every other option available. The coaches at Kaabil Kids are not just chess experts, they are trained to teach children, and that distinction matters enormously. A grandmaster who cannot explain a concept to a 7-year-old in a way that makes their eye light up is not the right coach for a 7-year-old. At Kaabil Kids, every coach understands child psychology, learning styles, and the specific patience required to make a young mind fall in love with chess, not just learn it. A 5-year-old learning alongside a 12-year-old creates frustration for both. At Kaabil Kids, children learn with peers at the same developmental stage, the same attention span, the same emotional maturity, the same level of chess understanding. This creates an environment where every child feels capable, where competition is healthy and encouraging, and where no child ever feels left behind. The sessions are live and interactive, not pre-recorded, not passive, live, with the coach who sees your child, who asks them questions, who celebrates their correct answers and gently corrects their mistakes in real time, who makes every session feel like an experience rather than a lesson. And Kaabil Kids runs in-house tournaments because chess knowledge without comparative experience is incomplete. Tournaments teach children to apply what they know under real pressure, to manage nerves, to think clearly when something is at stake, to win gracefully and lose gracefully, and to experience the particular joy of competing in something they have genuinely worked hard at. Parents who enroll their children at Kaabil Kids, they expected improved focus at the chessboard. They did not expect their child's teacher to reach out and mention that something had changed, that their concentration in class had noticeably improved, that they were raising their hand more confidently, that they seemed more settled. They expected a hobby. They got a transformation. Kaabil Kids Online Chess Academy, 5 to 15, online, live sessions, expert coaches, small batches, personal attention. Admissions are open right now. Enroll your child, and 30 days from now, watch what starts to change, not just at the chessboard, everywhere. Because your child deserves more than a scroll, they deserve to be Kaabil. Share this video with every parent you know who is looking for something real for their child, something that lasts, something that matters. That is it. Thank you.